Hello everyone!
Hello!
So since last week's video where we sort of spoke to you about our upcoming trip to Mallorca and Disneyland Paris, we've had a few changes since then.
Yeah, just a few.
We have annual passes.
Yeah! The gold.
So a lot of you have mentioned and asked us questions about annual passes. For a lot of you, you would normally go to Walt Disney World and now looking at Disneyland Paris. And we've had loads of questions, so we thought we'd put together this quick vlog to talk about our experience and our advice on Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
So I've made some points on my phone and I've got the laptop here.
Yeah, and we're super excited to go back to Disneyland Paris because this is actually our 19th trip
Together.
Yep. So I think we need to do something super special for our 20th.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like we've tried a lot of hotels on site. We've also tried some off-site options as well.
Yeah. So
there's something for everyone in DLP.
Yeah. And I'd just like to say up front that planning and booking and doing all the, you know, calling up and speaking to Disney, this is Luke's area. So this is where Luke excels at completely. So in a relationship, there's always one of you that's particularly more, not capable, but just experienced in doing those things.
Yeah, so what Rich is really saying is I'm probably going to talk the most on this one.
I was trying to fluff it up a little bit.
So just to cover off what I've got the fan going, sorry. So we originally booked direct with Disneyland Paris on the Disneyland Paris website. We booked 6 days, 5 nights at Hotel Cheyenne with park tickets and hotel all in one. And the reason we originally booked it like that was because if you book direct hotel and park ticket, you get your park access included, so you don't have to worry about trying to get park days. And we were all happy with that. The price was about £1,200. So we didn't, 600 each for 6 days, 5 nights in October. We didn't think it was too bad.
No, so that's why we went ahead and booked it, yeah.
So we went ahead with that. And then I thought, oh, I'm gonna look at the annual passes. And we've been annual pass holders in the past. And we normally would book annual pass rooms, and I thought, let's just have a look. And so we have saved £500, and we're going to tell you how we did that today. It wasn't super easy, but actually it was easier than we thought, and that's why we would recommend doing it. So the first thing is, I'm going to show up on the screen now, but there are 4 different types of annual passes in Disneyland Paris. There's Discovery, Magic Flex, Magic Plus and Infinity. Now we've gone for the Magic Plus,
which is like the second to top tier, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was €299 and we paid up front. The top one, Infinity, we have had one of those in the past. We had one Magic Plus and one Infinity. Now I won't go through all the different benefits now, but you can have a look on the website, and it's a really good table there that just compares, and you can look at which ones have parking, which don't, what discounts they have, so on. The reason we picked Magic Plus is it allows access 350 days a year. The blockout dates are dates when we're unlikely to go anyway, which is like October half term and peak Christmas.
Yeah.
You get parking included, so it is now €30 a day to park at Disneyland Paris. So that's a factor. If you're staying on site in a Disney hotel, you don't have to pay it, but it's just worth adding that in if you're staying off site. We get 10% off in the shops.
Yeah, because you know we like our shopping.
And you get Disney hotels at a discounted rate. Now, it's not a fixed set discount. It's a case of calling up and just seeing what's available. And we'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Yeah. So you might have to be a bit flexible with your dates to try and get the best discount.
Yeah. Now, the Disneyland Paris restaurants, you also get 10% off. So that's, again, a saving. And the extra magic time, which we felt was a really good perk, which you don't get with the Magic Flex, but you do get with the Magic Plus.
Yeah, so these are just examples how we went through the list and we picked out all the points that were quite personal to us and what was important to us, and that's how we came to the decision that the Magic Plus would be the best option for us.
Yeah, the Infinity is still appealing because you get the 20% discount on merchandise, and you also get some other perks there that are really good, but at the moment we felt like this was the best one.
Yeah, and having had the Infinity before, we've experienced the benefits of the Infinity in reality, and this time it was the Magic Plus for us.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is go through how we applied. Now, it wasn't the easiest process in the world, I will say, but it was very quick, so we were happy with that. So the first thing to note is if you go on the UK website for Disneyland Paris, it will tell you to phone up to buy your annual passes, but you can actually do it online by going to the French website, so disneylandparis.fr. Good thing is, if you go on Google Chrome, it can automatically translate the page for you into English.
I think that's what often throws people, is when they try and go to the French website and it's all in French, so then you're like, oh, my only option is to phone. But actually, as Luke says, it's possible.
Yeah. So when it comes to buying your annual pass, there's a few options available for you. The first one is sending the pass to your house. Now, you can either pay monthly or a one-time fee and have it delivered to your house. Now for us, we've gone for that option. The other option is to print a temporary pass, which then starts and you exchange it when you get to the park. Now the reason we wanted to have the physical pass here is because we wanted to book our park days. So annual pass holders have to book a park reservation for each day they're in the parks, similar to Walt Disney World. Even if you're staying on site, you have to do this as well. So we needed our pass numbers to be able to do that.
And there's also the excitement of it arriving in the post before
Yeah,
you go.
exactly.
There's the added excitement, like, I've got my pass, it's here.
So going through the process, we went through, we paid in full. It then asked us to upload a picture, a passport picture, which looked awful, but we just did it on the iPhone with a white background and uploaded those pictures.
It was actually really simple, to
Really
be honest.
was.
Yeah.
So we uploaded it all on one order and then left it at that, and we thought it would take a while to come through. At that stage, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't book our park days, we couldn't book our Disney hotels with discount, because you need the long card number off your annual pass. A few days later, on the Wednesday, I got an email from me with my pass number on. I was like, brilliant, like how quick was that?
And then you were like, have you had your email yet? Like, and I hadn't had my email, but we were both on the same order, so it's a little bit odd.
Yeah, this is where the experience was a little bit negative, because I had my pass number, so I could book a hotel at discount rate, which we did, and I could book my park days, but Rich couldn't. So we're like, we can't go ahead with this until we know for sure that Rich can get in the park as well.
I need to get in as well.
So I called Disneyland Paris. I called four or five different phone numbers, spoke to the pass holder line, everybody, nobody could help. They said, you have to wait for the pass to be issued. And I was trying to explain that obviously it was 2 days later and we'd ordered the passes at the same time. So why have we got one and not the other? You'd assume they'd do them at the same time. So we were told to wait 4 weeks, and I sort of said to the people on the cast members on the phone and said, 4 weeks is a really long time. We could miss out on being able to book our park days.
Especially as, like we say, both of them were on the same order, so it made no sense that you got yours straight away, and then they were adamant that it would be 4 weeks until I got mine, which is on the same order. Strange.
Yeah, it's really strange. So get to Saturday, yesterday, and both passes turn up in the post. So we were like, okay, brilliant. Like, that was a really good service. And we were like, okay, that was really quick. It was less than a week in total. We got the passes, we're happy.
I didn't get my email though.
Didn't get the email.
I didn't get the email. The email address is correct. We checked the email address, so yeah, I don't know what happened there.
So the negative of doing it this way is that the passes are already active. So mine was active from the 11th of July. And yours is active 2 days later.
Yeah, on the 13th of July.
Yeah, so that...
I get 2 days extra.
So yeah, I applied on the Saturday. So they must have done mine on the 11th of July. Literally on the Saturday I applied.
Yeah.
And then yours was on the Monday. Then I got emailed on the Wednesday, and then by the Friday we were chasing. So that's the only thing, but we thought that for us, we wanted to have the passes urgently because we wanted to have our numbers so we could book the park days.
Yeah.
If you buy a temporary annual pass, we understand they allow you to book one park day. But there is very much conflicting information here, and on the online groups we've seen people be able to book all their park days they want, and some are not able to book any. So for safety, we went with getting the pass. To us, it's almost it's a year pass, but we know we'll get enough trips out of it.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the savings in a minute, you'll see why. So yeah, we've got our passes. So we've then gone on, and I called up Disneyland Paris and I said, this is the date we want to go. And she said, okay, you've got a 40% offer on that day. So we were like, brilliant.
Good, we like that discount rate.
So it was £700 for 5 nights at Cheyenne for our exact dates. So an exact £500 saving.
Yeah.
Considering the annual passes had cost us $550, we actually only cost us £50 or £25 each to have the annual passes. So for us, that's like a no-brainer.
And that's just in one trip that one trip we managed to get the 40% discount. Yeah.
Now the discounts on the hotels is a very difficult process. You cannot view it online. You have to call up each time and quote the dates, and then they'll just say, right, I've got this offer, I've got that offer. So on one time we called up and we only got a 25% deal, a 40% deal. It just depends what's available. It's a bit like a lottery. But from our experience over the last few years, the earlier you book, the more chance you're going to get of those better offers. I think it works in the same as the airline and hotel industry, where they probably have an allotment of 40%, an allotment of 25%.
And when they're gone, they're gone.
But then sometimes they release later on and there'll be offers. So it's just very unsure what to do.
Yeah.
But as soon as you do get that deal, pay. So
get it.
Disneyland Paris Booking Direct offer what's called a Zen guarantee. So you can change or cancel your booking without fees anytime up to 7 days before your arrival date, excluding insurance and excluding transport. So for us, we'd only booked the hotel and park tickets, so we could get a full refund on that, and they were brilliant. So it will probably take 2 weeks, maybe longer, but that was fine with us because we got a great deal.
I quite like that, the Zen guarantee.
Yeah, the Zen guarantee.
I like the wording of that, the Zen guarantee.
So for us, we now have a £500 saving. We have annual passes valid till July next year. We will get 10% off in the restaurants, 10% off in the merchandise, and free parking, which we would have got at the resort anyway. But if we choose to do another trip off-site, we'll be able to do our extra magic hours, extra magic time.
Yeah. So we've got some flexibility there. Yeah.
So that was just our little kind of tip. So go through the French website on Google Chrome. You can apply online and get it issued. I think it's a great way to save some money. There's a little bit of gambling involved. One thing I would say is you can call Disneyland Paris and get a quote without having an annual pass. I found that I called a few times and they'll give me the pricing. They'll tell me what offers are on. And it's not until you go to book that they say, right, I now need your annual pass number to book this. So if you're thinking about it, it could give you a good idea straight up. So we're really happy. Booking the park days is super easy. I showed you, didn't I?
Yeah, we sat together at the table and we went through it together, booking the park days. And the first thing I said to Luke was, this is super easy. Yeah. Like the speed of the site, the usability, it was just great.
It was.
Couldn't fault it.
Now, our understanding is, with an annual pass, which differs from Walt Disney World, you can book as many park days as you want. So we've been able to go in and book as many as we want. The rule is, though, that you have to go or cancel before 10 AM on the day. So what you don't want to do, and this is really good, because Disneyland Paris don't want people booking up capacity they're not going to attend. But it's so easy, and with no restrictions, it's been so nice. Yeah, so we got all our park days now, which is good. And nice thing is as well, if you're thinking about doing a trip, you can sort of book your park days in advance, and just gives you that little bit extra time to then scope out travel and hotel options.
Yeah,
that we're really happy. The passes obviously have started. Now, in terms of a few of you have asked about upgrading your annual pass, and Paris works slightly different to Walt Disney World. So in Walt Disney World, obviously you get X amount of value on your ticket, and then you can just pay the difference to upgrade. Whereas here, if you buy a hotel and park ticket package through Disney, the ticket value is 0, so they won't allow you to upgrade those passes. I understand if you buy a one-day ticket, then you can have that one-day ticket value taken off an annual pass. But when we're looking at the cost, I mean, the Magic Plus that we've got was €299. They're really reasonably priced annual passes. So I feel like that's a good deal, and that's why we wanted to share our experience.
Yeah.
The annual pass line cast members did generally speak English, but some of them did only speak French, so they had to transfer me one time. So that was fine. They were helpful enough. I just think like the process seemed more complicated than it had to be.
Yeah.
And actually the turnaround in a week was brilliant.
It was really good. And would you say like the whole time, did it take long to get through to the...
It did. I mean, it was about half an hour each time. And on a few of the lines, they don't vary the music. It's the same music over and over.
Small World?
No, yeah, not that one.
Small World, I can imagine, on a loop.
So just in terms of hotel options, so at the moment, the hotels that are open at Disneyland Paris are Santa Fe, Hotel Cheyenne, Newport Bay, and Disneyland Hotel. So Sequoia Lodge, Hotel New York, and Davy Crockett Ranch are not open door announced as yet, but we've like been able to look and book for the other hotels in the future. So hopefully more will come on as capacity increases, but there may not. We looked at off-site options, and a lot of you have asked us about staying off-site.
And we have, as we've said at the beginning, we've done off-site and on-site in the past. We've got a good flavour of both.
Yeah, so we'll link some videos down below, but a few recommendations. The Relais Spa Hotel is a really, really nice hotel. You get some really good rooms here, around 150 a night, which is not too bad compared to Disneyland Paris. Yeah. We've also stayed at the Ibis in Val d'Europe, and it's right next to the station.
Yeah, so I think there's an Ibis budget as well, which is kind of connected to the side, but we've stayed in the... I know it's got like a red sign, it's like the standard Ibis, isn't it?
Yeah. They're both there. They're literally at the station, so it's one stop to Disney. You can see our vlogs from August last year where we stayed there. Basic, but you can pick it up for about £60–70 a night sometimes.
It really has all that you
really
can need,
cheap.
And one of the things that we look for is air conditioning. So if you're going around the summer months, it does get quite hot. In fact, it's quite warm over in Paris at the moment. So we would say the Ibis has fantastic air conditioning.
Yeah, and then also we stayed at the Dream Castle Hotel before, which is a really nice one. We haven't vlogged that one, that was pre-vlogging, but we had a really good stay there. We would stay there again. And we also stayed at High Park in Ceres, which was okay, but the room we booked was a sofa bed only, and it was very uncomfortable. But I think you can book rooms with beds, and it's quite a popular option.
Yeah.
So I think for getting around and stuff, we really wanted to take a car this time. We wanted to drive. So Eurotunnel is the best option for us, we feel, because we don't want to fly at the moment.
It's the most socially distant option of getting there, so yeah, it works well for us.
So yeah, we'll post the link below to the annual pass page, and obviously that will have the link where you can view the blackout days and see what's options best. But we feel like 1 or 2 trips on an annual pass, you can kind of make your money, and staying off site is so cheap. I mean, we saw like Santa Fe for £200 a night some nights, and you just think. And then this brings me on to hotels.com or third-party websites. So when Disneyland Paris say you get 40% off, that's off the rack rate. So yes, it's 40%, but then if you go over to hotels.com, sometimes the discount on hotels.com can be pretty much the same as the annual pass discount. Don't ask me why, it's just how it works. So there's been occasions where we've had an annual pass and the price we've been able to get on a third-party website like hotels.com has been better. We love hotels.com. Every 10 nights you stay with hotels.com, you get 1 night free based on the average value. You can also look at cashback through Quidco with hotels.com. So I know we sound like we work for them, but we don't. We've just used them for about, well, probably coming up 10 years now. We've been using hotels.com.
And it's worldwide, so if you're travelling around and you're staying in hotels here, there and everywhere, and that quickly adds up. So you get, it's the average rate, isn't it?
Yeah, so on Quidco as well, Quidco is a good cashback site, but they were offering a 8% discount code if you booked in July for like future stays. And that worked on quite a few of the hotels, especially like Relais Spa, Dream Castle, and the Disney hotels. So when you factored in, say you took Cheyenne and had an 8% discount off the hotels.com rate, it was actually better than what Disney were offering. But for our dates, Disney actually worked out the cheapest option was with Disney on the 40%. But some of the other ones we've had where Disney have said, oh, it's only at 25% on those dates, hotels.com's been cheaper. So I know that's a lot to process. I'm not very good at explaining that, but the main message is just shop around loads, because sometimes Disneyland Paris is not always just the cheapest. It can be cheaper doing hotels.com.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. So we hope you found this video useful. We are so excited to get back to Disneyland Paris.
19th trip.
Yeah, we've seen a few people there, and our friend Jazz Nash is there at the moment. It looks fantastically well managed. The park capacity seems to have been done really well. So we're just really excited to get back and see that. But
yeah, I mean, we've noticed that there's been some maintenance going on in the closed period, so everything looks really like fresh looking, and just really looking forward to getting back.
Well, they've taped up the crack on the Small World fountain at last. If you didn't know, there was
It's an improvement.
The Small World fountain out front has had this massive crack in it for years, and they just taped it. But it's an improvement.
It's an improvement. We'll take what we can get. It's an improvement. But yeah, like Luke says, we're really looking forward to getting back. I know I've been a little bit more quiet on this vlog, but it is simply because this is where, I mean, you really, really do enjoy doing all the booking process, and I do have some involvement in it. Everything gets run past me, essentially. But yeah, it's something that you really enjoy doing.
Yeah. So please comment below if you've got any questions, but we hope you get to book. If you do book a good deal, let us know. We have our Facebook group, L&R Dreaming Group, where we would love you guys to share any tips you find for saving money or finding a good deal, because we all need a good deal right now.
Oh yes.
As long as it's fully cancelable.
So yeah, comment below. Have you got an upcoming trip coming up? And if you've got any more questions, drop them below as well.
Yeah, but we'll hope to do some more videos soon.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.